Just to close your eyes. They like those. Why you are so terrible? What do I say?
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scared Soldier back with another Borderlands 3 video, and in today's video we are going to be looking at our final sniper rifle before DLC 4 drops. Now I'm sure there's going to be a ton of brand new weapons that we're going to take a look at, but before then I have to check out this sniper rifle called the Headsplosion. Now the Headsplosion is a Jakobs sniper rifle, and this thing has nearly 27,000 damage per hit. Accuracy is very good, and the handling, reload time, fire rate are average for a sniper rifle of this magnitude, and then the mag size is okay at a 6. Now every time you hit something or direct impact them with a shot of this weapon, it does splash damage. So having our on action skill and splash damage is increased by 200 Neumann is actually not too bad on this weapon, especially with Flak, because he has racks, and racks can absolutely be spammed. So this gun is pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and try this out in some gameplay. We're also going to be showing you guys where you can farm the weapon for yourselves, so we're going to take you over there. But before we go, we're going to tell you also that for your class mod, I would highly recommend you find some Jakobs damage rolls. So Jakobs weapon critical hit damage, Jakobs weapon damage as well is also good, and some splash damage also to add to the effect of the weapon to make it even stronger would be a very good suggestion for you guys. So now I'm going to take you over to where you can farm the weapon, so let's go ahead and check that out. Alright guys, so if you were interested in farming the Headsplosion, you're going to want to make your way over to Eden 6 at the Voracious Canopy, and the enemy you're going to be looking for is called King Bobo. Now in order to access King Bobo's arena, you're going to want to make sure you completed the side quest called Rumble in the Jungle, and then only then you will be able to access his arena, because there's going to be a door in your way. So make sure you get that side mission done, guys. And now here we go, we got King Bobo right here, pretty easy kill. And let's check if he dropped us our Headsplosion. And yeah, we got it, guys. Pretty awesome stuff. Okay guys, so a little information on the Headsplosion. I want to go in a little more detail on the special effect of this legendary. So when you hit shots, the shots explode on the impact, so you're going to be getting constant splash damage with every single shot of this weapon, and also it ricochets 3 times on critical hits. So of course critical hits are going to be your best friend with this weapon, not only to do the most amount of damage with the gun, but also to get those one shots, of course. Now one of my favorite things to do with this gun, also to take advantage of those ricochets and the splash damage, is to group enemies together, shoot at one of them, and then all the other enemies around him will die. Obviously things like overkill help, the splash damage helps, and of course the ricochets also help with dealing all that kind of damage. Now also the other thing I love about this gun is that it has a couple more shots than a weapon like the Monaco, for example, so you can actually shoot this thing a longer amount of time before you actually have to reload it, which is also very good. Now, this gun also is awesome because it does have splash damage, and not a lot of Jakobs snipers have splash damage all the time. So the fact that this thing has splash damage means that Moze can also take part in picking up this Jakobs sniper, because she can enhance this thing with things like short fuse and also torque cross promotion, to say the least. So this gun can also be used on her. Would I recommend an artifact with AoE? Now AoE is going to be good to actually increase the area of effect of the actual explosion, but overall it's not something I would rely on. So if you want, you can look for a different role on your artifact, but definitely on your class mod make sure you have splash damage at least to enhance the overall damage of the weapon, because every single shot is going to create splash damage. Now lastly, my critiques of the weapon. So now the downside of the gun. First downside I would say is the fire rate. The fire rate is a little slow. There's a bit of a delay between each shot, which kind of makes it annoying, because if you do not one-shot an enemy, and then there's that delay, what's going to happen is the enemy is going to sit there and shoot you, and you're going to be waiting like a second before you can shoot him again. So that can get a little tricky. So that's one of the critiques I have. Now also the other critique I have is that this weapon didn't always perform extremely well versus every boss in the game. There were some bosses, or most bosses, where this weapon struggled quite heavily. Of course, this gun also relies quite heavily on critical hits, and not every boss in the game has easy critical hit spots. So for bosses, this gun kind of struggled for the most part. Now, if I was to compare this gun as well to another sniper rifle in the game, I would say it's similar to my review on the Unseen Threat. Now, the Unseen Threat was also a good sniper rifle, but again, it didn't overperform versus bosses and it didn't underperform either. And they both do good amount of damage versus normal enemies, and the time to kill is quite similar in that regard. So in conclusion for this video, guys, would I recommend you that farming this weapon? So it depends the type of player you are. If you're a player who likes to hoard weapons, then of course you're gonna farm this gun anyway. But if you're a player who likes to strategically grab specific guns that are very strong in the game, and you want to grab a couple of snipers that are very good, like let's say the Complex Root, the Monocle, and the Sandhawk, those are your choices, and you don't want to over collect, I wouldn't include this weapon in your build. It's nothing that crazy, it's nothing that fancy, it's not anything to break your head over. It's a good sniper if you want to try out different things, but it's not one of the best S-tier type of snipers in the game, in my opinion. It's a little bit more build specific, and you have to definitely have some pretty good gear in order to make it even better. But overall, guys, if you want to farm the gun, go ahead. It's just my opinion, I'm just here to help. But we're going to see you over at DLC 4 on Thursday with another video, and we're going to have a ton of reviews on some more weapons. So stay tuned for that, guys. I hope you liked the video. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. It's your boy Scare Soldier signing out. Peace.